Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. Happy New Year.
It's 2025 and our sponsors, this video is you guys. Please consider contributing to us either here on YouTube with the join button or on Patreon, which directly supports our show and will keep us going all throughout 2025. We want to thank you very much for our current supporters who have been keeping us going, and we would love for you to join us so that we can keep doing what we're doing here for you guys, and looking forward to an amazing 2025, which is looking awesome so far, and hopefully better in many ways than 2024. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's the sponsor. Click the links down below to our Patreon. We would love to have you guys join. If you can't do that, just subscribe to the channel, spread the word, tell your friends to subscribe, and let's start this year off right. So, Alex, has gaming news started us off right in 2025? All positive stuff, no corporate bullshit, great gaming, good stuff coming, right? Can we start with a good story?
We can.
Here, redo stuff, because I already see you smiling. I want a good story.
All right, well, we'll start with something good.
Okay.
Sonic. Everyone loves
Yes.
Sonic.
Yes.
The Sonic movie franchise has now grossed over $1 billion at the global box office.
Woohoo!
That's a win. It happens when you take an IP, you listen to your fans, you make the horror show. I mean, the original Sonic design was made by someone who...
They put fingernails on him.
I hate the original Sonic design, and I want to say if you were in charge of it, I don't like you.
I want to see more of that one, though.
It looks
so
in
bad.
line with the movies you watched,
Yeah,
Joe, with Winnie
it
the
does.
Pooh and Mickey the Mouse.
The
that
Pooniverse.
Pooniverse.
The Pooniverse is
I don't
something
think that's
different.
something different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, that's something different. But great news for Paramount. They needed it. They have been doing hot. So this is really good news for them.
Good.
People are really liking the third one.
Unfortunately, I have bad news. It looks like Mufasa is now leading.
Of course, it's a Disney. That's a Disney.
It's
thing.
the international. We already talked about it last year.
Yeah. So Sonic the Hedgehog has grossed $336.3 million globally so far, and so it's doing just about as well as the other ones. So that's a good sign. Things are going in the right direction.
And an add-on to that is Jim Carrey says he's opening to coming back as Robotnik again, which surprised me because last time, you had to write it in gold ink and then you had to do backflips for him and stuff. But man needs money, I guess.
I mean, it could be that, or they're just having a good time because, that's the other
thing. It
thing.
looked like he was.
If you're having a good time,
yeah,
exactly.
I think there were rumors that he wrote some of the script, like his parts. They give him creative control over his stuff.
You could tell he was like kind of off the wall, but it was hilarious.
Yeah,
his parts, both of them. I'm looking forward to number 4.
Yeah, 4 has been greenlit. Let's hope that we don't do any side character human family hijinks.
No. Yes.
Those characters need to go away forever.
I love Jim Carrey, and I think he's the best Robotnik. But I also kind of hope he takes some more roles. Let's have Jim Carrey do something else too, because I like him as an actor. And I like him as a comedic actor. Do I want him to return to, I don't know, Ace Ventura? That'd be fucking sweet. Even though...
Baby Ace Ventura. Wasn't there a baby?
Yes, it was. It was
really
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
Even though he's already done that. Maybe he's learned the wrong lesson. He's like, I will never do that again. Dumb and Dumber or something.
Yeah.
That Son of the Mask was fucking terrible.
Was he in that?
No, but like they continued.
No, that was Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's why it was so bad.
I mean, Hollywood has pooped on him for years. They refuse to acknowledge him as a serious actor despite killing it in several serious roles. And so it's like I can understand him not wanting to do more in the future. But, yeah, I agree with you. I think him doing some serious stuff would be good, too.
Yeah.
All right. In more good news, I mean,
is it good?
It's something.
Let me interrupt to say this is the year of our Lord 2025. This is the year of Superman. I just wanted to start off 2025 because this is the first news episode. So, guys, hot news coming. The Superman film is coming this year.
So
this year. Superman.
So this is going to be one of our
new Superman
alerts on Twitch where he's like super excited.
New
and it
Superman.
comes out at 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
New Superman this year.
No, it's James. It's got to be.
And I guess since I brought
60.
it up, Lobo is now confirmed for Supergirl, which is fucking amazing. Jason Momoa.
Because no one was going to watch Supergirl anyway, and so it's like you have to bring in another.
I guess I did bring that up last year too in the last news. I'm just excited.
Very
Clearly,
excited.
this is the year of Superman. Here we go.
Well, I mean, if you're bringing it up, James Gunn also did kind of sort of confirm that they're going to do a Batman and Superman joint project together.
I think I heard
it's a
that.
blurb this big, right? He was talking about Batman and how he's his favorite character, and it's always been his favorite character, and then he wants, he's going to do some Superman stuff, and he's like, we'll do Batman in the DCU, we'll do Superman in the DCU, and then a joint thing. And so, he did mention that.
So that must mean that's on his brain.
Yeah.
So that's probably what he's doing right now, because obviously he's got to write stuff, and then in
No
far
rush.
future. But
He's
then-
got
Don't
to
rush
get
it.
people
Yeah.
excited about
Yes,
it. Yeah,
exactly.
it's like-
Don't rush it.
On Creature Commandos, which, by the way, I think the last episode is this week, so we'll have our final review for Creature Commandos.
I need to catch up.
Yeah, catch up, guys.
Yeah.
And because I think it's on Wednesday or Thursday, one of those. And it was shown Batman. Fat Man, more like it, because the animated design of Batman in the DCU is
Maybe
not
he's
good.
thick.
But James Gunn was quick to say, well, hey, I'm not done with his design. And so I said, when the animators brought it to me, I said, no, silhouette, more dark, more silhouette, hide him more. And that's good, because right now, whether you hide a silhouette or not, and it's good too, because we don't know the confirmation on his suit. Definitely has the yellow belt is what I can make out, but he's too wide. He's too big. Like, there's nobody like that except for, like, Jack Reacher, the actor that plays Jack Reacher.
The
He
silhouette
could
of
maybe
Alfred
get
Hitchcock.
that big fat man, or maybe fucking Kylo Swole could do it, but that's about it.
All right, this month, if you are a PS Plus subscriber, you have access to something that, even for free, I don't know if you should do it. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League
No.
will be free, available tomorrow.
Pass. That is a waste of space. Do not download that. You could have plenty other games in your storage. You don't need that.
I mean,
It's terrible.
there's all sorts of things out there that are free, right? You can get it groped at a bus station. You could eat a dead bird out of a gutter.
This is true. I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't.
just because something doesn't cost you
Now,
any
last time you said fingered at a bus stop.
yeah.
And that's what it's like. You need to say fingered
Fingered
at
at
a
a-
bus stop.
yeah.
Would you rather be fingered at a bus stop or play for free Suicide Squad? I don't know. When you presenting me like that, maybe I'm gonna go Suicide Squad, because the cutscenes are pretty fun. That's about the only thing.
Yeah, if you want the
that
cutscenes, go to YouTube.
Is free.
Type in.
Oh, true.
Or
Yeah,
YouTube.
Captain
And I was
Boomerang,
surprised.
giant
What
penis.
Yeah.
What came out of your mouth is what would you normally came out of my mouth, and then I would have expected you to say, "To be fair, it's free," but that's not
No,
what
no,
happened.
no. There is no to be fair in this one. I don't want
There's
it
always
be,
a "to be fair"
Yeah.
from Joe. Now all of a sudden, there's not as "to be fair."
Yeah.
Not for this one. This is bad.
There is tens of millions of hours of content in books and movies and TV shows and video games that come out constantly. And if you have unlimited free time, sure, give it a shot. But if you're like almost everyone else on Earth that does not have unlimited free time, maybe this isn't worth wasting your time, because it is a giant waste of time. But if you want to,
They need to do a big ending. They need to go out with a bang. All this fucking bullshit of fighting 12. So, because
13.
this is shutting down. How are they going to shut this
Brainiacs.
down without the fucking story? I thought those weren't the real Justice League members that we all fought and killed. It's going to be a big reveal, and they're going to come back. Are they going to do some big cutscenes in the final ending, or is it just they release the final patch and then they ignore the game, and
They
then it
ignore
just
the game.
ends without it ending? It ends without it ending.
Yes, because it costs
That would-
money to do more stuff.
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off.
I would assume they have no big ending plan.
All right, well,
Because why invest any more money
expect
into
an
this?
angry rant the fucking day they shut down the servers, and they don't put up like all of the fucking cinematics that they're hiding, that Superman comes back and the Superman that you killed wasn't really Superman, and
They should have done that before to get some hype
that's
back
what I
in,
thought they
but
would happen, but maybe they never even had those.
No, they don't. I'm telling you,
That
it's a
was
waste of goddamn money.
yeah, it was 3 years down the line, and they didn't. They were like, "Oh, we'll make
They didn't
it
even
later."
make it yet. They were like, "Oh, we'll make it later because
Yeah.
we'll be making a lot of money.
Yeah. We swimming in it.
Yeah.
What, feces?
Yeah.
We'll make the 12th iteration a Brainiac, the coolest, and then they'll get their cutscene.
That would have been the coolest one. Yeah,
12.
I promise you, if you had made it to
probably
12,
would have been a
you would
copy
Yeah, it would have been.
of the copy version of Flash.
Nah.
So
Or
it's the copy.
It would have been The Rock's Black Adam showed up, and then the hierarchy and the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League has changed forever. Yeah, he was going to show up and he was going to save everything.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah. Or just been The Rock pissing in bottles, and that's the cutscene.
There you go.
What is this? Pissing in bottles?
Apparently, allegedly,
On
he's
set.
not considerate to anyone, and now that he's a megastar, he's kind of gross, and he pisses in bottles, and he's not very nice to
Fuck
people.
does he piss in bottles for?
I don't know. Maybe he works
Go
for
to
Amazon.
the bathroom and piss in the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
got time.
All right.
I don't know. Okay. Speaking of apparent people who are allegedly crazy, Microsoft creator Notch said that he basically announced Minecraft 2 on Twitter. So he put this thing out and said he was going to work on some game, but he realized that people may not be interested in the type of game that he's looking for. So he put out this poll, and over 78% of people said, "Make Minecraft 2, boomer." And so even though he sold Minecraft to Microsoft, he said, "I also intend to do this in a way that in no way tried to sneakily infringe on the incredible work the Mojang team is doing and that Microsoft is successfully doing the Microsoft shitification about." So he knows that he sold it to them.
This dude is bored. He got a lot of money.
2.5
He got
billion.
a lot of friends. He got a lot of maybe
God.
not so friends, just friends for your money.
Not friends, yeah. I guess
And I remember this guy throwing a massive party. I've never been to any of them, but it's like on the outside in the industry, seeing him, it's like he's fucking bored. So, and then he's gonna make a game. I don't believe none of this.
yeah.
I actually don't believe it.
You don't believe that a guy who's a QAnon supporter and kind of a little like allegedly
geez.
crazy on the internet isn't?
Oh God, no.
I believe him now.
Yeah. Now that he,
Yeah.
I believe he
But
wants
you have piqued
attention.
my interest, Alex.
Yes, Sasquatch. Yeah. See, the thing is, like, you believe those
Sure.
things as jokes.
I believe
I hope
he
those-
wants attention. He's getting
Yes.
frustrated. Fine, I'll fucking make Minecraft 2. Y'all aren't interested in the game I want to make? I know y'all aren't going to be interested in the game that I want to do, so I'll just fucking do Minecraft 2 because you're always screaming at me, boomer, that made Minecraft 2, so I'm going to make it. And it's just going to be the game that I wanted to make, but I'm just going to call it
Call
Minecraft
Minecraft
2.
2, yeah. But it can't be close to Minecraft 2
No.
because Microsoft will sue the shit
Yes.
out of you.
Because they spent a lot of money buying it.
Yeah. And we got that really cool looking movie to look forward to. Okay.
Oh, I don't believe him. I don't believe him, one bit. But,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I'm good.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Ex-Bioshock lead Ken Levine has said that the problem with AAA games is...
But if he wants to give us money so that we can make a game, or we can make the board game we always wanted, because when billionaires have a lot of money, they just hand it out. They should hand it out.
Yeah, but he's probably giving it to QAnon.
Oh yeah, I'm probably giving it to QAnon because I want some things to exist, like a Gundam tabletop game. That would be sweet. Oh, you know what? There is a Gundam tabletop game. It just got announced. It's called Gunpla Assemble, or something. Like, finally somebody did Gundam, because this is what I've been talking with, it's called Gundam Assemble. There's an official teaser video 2 days ago, Gunpla, and because I was like, when I was doing research for a Gundam tabletop experience and talking with Bandai Namco and some of these people for the licenses, it's like there's the Gunpla community is so big. So they wanted some way to incorporate that. Not using the model kits on the table, but like at least having the tabletop have swappable parts. That's what this looks like. So finally, one of my dream games looks to be coming to fruition. And I'm talking
Sounds
OG.
expensive.
This is OG stuff, which is tabletop stuff.
I would bet a large sum of money that
Coming
it's
out
gonna
this
be
year.
low effort dog.
Yes. Thank you.
Because
go ahead.
All Gundam,
All Gundam.
all DBZ,
Yeah.
all
Yes.
anime-based
Ooh,
anything,
get ready.
with very few exceptions, because there are great ones. There
Yeah,
are.
there's a few.
Most people who acquire the license for these things make low-effort garbage.
Yeah.
And so I haven't looked at it.
So
and
the miniatures look good. I can't
That's
tell
good.
if these are pre-painted or not. They need to be pre-painted because I ain't got time and effort to do that no more. Gundam Assemble, the only thing I don't like about it is the board. You see the board, Joe?
Yeah.
Look at how small that is and what it's on hexes. No, look at how small AMOLED board. Oh, it looks like on 3-on-3 kind of thing. No, that's fine because the big machines and they're in the MS mobile team. They were kind of in teams of 3.
No
but I
ground
need
stuff.
buildings and a bigger map and for it to look nice. It's just like a hex grid. It almost looks like a small version of chess.
I hope for the Ravenous fans that
It'll still
it's
be
awesome.
okay.
I hope it's awesome because I know the people are so passionate about it.
Yeah.
I want better for you, even though you don't want better for you, and you just constantly praise garbage as
You're just not satisfied with anything.
or yeah. I
And
guess.
as a game designer, I want to do it, but then when I see somebody else do it, I'm like, oh God, thank God. I don't have to put all that work into it. But then it kicks in. You're like, wait, why'd you do it that way, man? What's wrong with you? You should have done it this way.
Remember that we played that impressive looking mech board game that was all about spray painting buildings.
Yes.
Oh
versus mech-
yes,
mech
I was thinking
combat.
about that right now. I
what
was
was
like,
it? Heavy
there's that
something.
Heavy, yeah.
Heavy something. But and I thought you were going to bring up the fact that we love pirates. We want a pirate board game, but we've never found a pirate board game that we love.
Yeah.
And that Alex has made a pirate board game, and he has a prototype for a pirate board game. It's like, if you don't find the thing you like, you make it yourself.
Bam.
And it just costs money. So,
And
long
time.
story
And
short,
lots of time.
And
an
money.
awkward transition. If Notch wants to give out money,
Yeah.
me and Alex and Joe, we got some game ideas. We can make some excellent OG games.
We'll just
but Minecraft too.
because like they can talk about weird conspiracy theories and chemtrails.
That is true.
And other crazy.
Well, that's how you bond with him on it. You just pretend that you're into the QAnon shit.
Yeah. All right. Bioshock lead Ken Levine has said the problem with AAA games is the fact that they're risk averse. If you don't innovate, especially in games, you start losing people. And this is something that everyone kind of knows, but this is another industry person just explaining that sometimes designing a video game by committee, making it so it's like, well, how do we not offend people? How do we make this story so everyone will love it? How do we, the combat can't be too hard because we want your grandma to be able to play, but it can't, and then they do all these things, and then you end up with Dragon Age Veilguard, which is a game made for everybody, but it is,
Nobody.
no one, There's like 7 people who love it, and, we still get weird comments from people.
You're wrong.
Okay.
That's cool.
And he's talking about everything getting more expensive, especially in the big AAA space, because they're spending the most money. And when you're spending all this money, naturally you have people concerned about commercial viability, which leads to studio interference and all of the suits trying to make up decisions where they're like, hey, how about you throw zombies in it? It's like, but this is a Gundam game. Why would we have zombies in it? It's like, because zombie Gundam, duh. And, they're chasing trends and doing
You're
things
on
like
to
that.
some, Alex.
It's like, I was thinking about it. It's like, that could be kind of cool.
See?
Yeah.
Done properly.
Yeah, space zombies. So I mean, it started a discussion with people talking about if you're going to make these games that cost $200 million, $400 million when you buy Firewalk Studios and make Concord, these studios are going to become more and more risk averse, which can be bad. But that means that we've got to value the companies like Larian, that the companies like a lot of, previously CD Projekt Red that were like, hey, we want to make the games we want to make. We're going to do the things that we want to do. And so we've got some games coming out this year that I'm really excited about, talking with some of these developers that are like, I'm making the game for me. And if you guys love it, great. But they're able to get around some of that studio interference. And so I'm pretty excited for stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Was the one
Warhorse
like-
Studios that are not making games that are like, hold your fucking hand or super politically correct, that rip out any kind of
that could offend someone. It's like, but that's how it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it was back then. Shut up! Just fucking shut up.
I died a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's every video game, so it's like that's not necessary.
True.
Yeah.
So we have a video coming to you guys on that soon. We were at a preview event, and I'm looking forward to sharing
Got a
that
sick
with you.
tattoo, though.
If I can even share that. I don't know if I'm
branded.
under embargo.
The last thing I want to talk about in this video is something that we've actually talked about a couple times before. We got some confirmation that Black Myth Wukong not being on Xbox was not due to kind of what Microsoft had hinted. And so let me read to you what Microsoft had said. They said, we cannot comment on the deals made by our partners with other platform holders, but we remain focused on making Xbox the best platform for gamers, talking about how, maybe it was Sony's an exclusivity deal for Black Myth Wukong. Yeah. And that's not the case. The developers, the CEO of the company has come out and said that it's Xbox Series S. It is that shitty half console that I get it's affordable, but it's the thing holding back the video game industry. If you are an Xbox fanatic, you should hate the Xbox Series S.
Yes, because it is fucking up current games that are coming out.
Yeah, and so it's like, oh, you wanted to play this game on Xbox? Tough. You're not going to be able to because it doesn't run well on Xbox Series S.
But it was perfect for you.
In multiple ways. In development time, where they have to take some of the developers to work on this version to downgrade everything. And then another way is it can't move the series forward with all this technology because that technology has to be integrated in every aspect of the game. But no, we have to remember that it has to be lower and degraded for this version of the console, so we don't have time for that. So cut that new feature that would have been awesome. Yeah. And many more problems like that.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. We need to, the new games. There, I think, is a graphical problem happening in gaming as well, where we've hit sort of peak graphics, but we hit peak graphics in 2018. And we're in 2025, and there's not a good consistency of graphics. Either it runs like shit for 30 frames, or worse, like the Silent Hill 2 remake performance was really, really bad for something that shouldn't be that bad. So I don't know what's happening, and it might have to do with catering to these older consoles, because maybe Silent Hill 2 had to also come out on the Xbox Series X. I have to look that up. But it's definitely a problem, and it's holding us back.
Yeah, so he mentioned that it's the 10 gigabytes shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. Some developers can do it. Some developers are forced to do it. Indiana Jones came out, it had to be on S. They had to sit down for a long period of time and work with people to make sure that it ran on these things. But a lot of game companies can't. So missing out on something like Black Myth Wukong for someone who, was bought an Xbox, even if you bought the upgraded one, the nicer one, it just feels bad. And so I don't like when there's a piece of hardware that is holding back gaming for an entire group of people, because that is how, one of the biggest blunders in recent gaming history is Cyberpunk. Yep. And Cyberpunk was bad not because the CD Projekt Red people don't know how to develop. Of course they do. They make amazing stuff. They had to make a game that ran on PS4 and Xbox One. And so, you can't do that. And so having things limiting the industry that I love seems bad. And so it's like, this is just another example of where the Xbox Series S is a problem. And it's a problem now. And we haven't even talked about the next generation of consoles. We're probably a couple years away from Xbox Series. I don't know what they're going to call the next one. PlayStation 6
Something
or whatever.
Stupid.
Yeah.
720.
I hate the Xbox Series X, S, and
Yeah, so
like the Xbox 360 when it was simple. Xbox 720. Oh, nope.
1080.
Xbox 1080.
1080 was a good game. I like 1080. It was a fun snowboarding game. But we'll see in the next couple of years when games get even better and bigger. What is the S going to do? Are we just not going to? Big companies are just going to be we're not releasing on Xbox anymore, and I think that would be a shame.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Shit.
Well, when the next Halo comes out, it's like, oh, cool, it gets 30 frames with 4 pixels, and
might have to save up and just get that PC.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. All right, that's what I got for this one. You had some ones you want to talk about?
Yeah, I have multiple ones. One first is Dune Awakening MMO, which is coming out early 2025. I'm getting excited about it. While Dune Prophecy was fun in certain aspects, I said overall it was disappointing. However, I love the Dune universe, and I hope this game can kind of pick up the pieces and continue it. Now, there's been some debate among some beta testers and some problems. It says here that Funcom has said that beta testers are dying of thirst nearly as often as they're dying of sandworms. And some are even drinking mouse blood to stay alive. And it's like a huge surprise. Dehydration is a major concern. And, there's being a bit of a kerfuffle over this. That's not even a word. But I'm like, yeah. Yes,
in the Dune
players are dying as much about water as they are to the worms. I'm like, perfect. In fact, you should die more from dehydration than you should from worms. But then I thought about it more, and I said, well, is that a fun video game? Because worm attacks would probably make up of, in the Dune universe, if the Dune universe was real, probably 1% of all deaths. I don't know, 10% of all deaths or something like that. Well, dehydration would be way higher because the whole fucking planet's a desert.
Yeah.
But is
I
that
just hope it's
fun
not.
to play?
Because we played a lot of survival games, and especially with drinking and like eating.
Isn't it
Sometimes it can be
annoying?
it can get too annoying,
yeah.
but I get what they're kind of going for, but maybe tweak it.
It needs to exist. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
7 Days to Die. Like, the most annoying thing about that is all the dumbass changes that those dumbasses made to fuck up the water system, where you're like, oh, you can't have reusable
But it's
glasses
right
anymore. It's like,
there.
I made a
Oh,
bucket.
okay.
Can I put water in it? No. Oh, please?
Why?
No. Oh, okay. But
So 58% of all player deaths is dehydration. Second is sandworms at 27%.
They don't know how to walk right. That's why. You gotta do
Oh, wait, no,
Single
hold on.
file
Here,
to hide
I
your
got that
numbers.
wrong. NPCs. NPCs is the most common death.
Yeah, that's what it
good.
should be.
So
Oh,
58% is NPCs, and sandworms is 27%, and dehydration is a close third at 22%. Well, hold on. Good, fine. That's the video game version of it.
Maybe they're not prepared for
Should-
the trek. You gotta make sure you have
When
plenty
you're
of water.
making a game on Arrakis, a desert planet, should dehydration be the thing that kills you the most? Lore-wise, yes. But
Yeah, but
is
you
it
can't be
fun?
too
Is it a video
realistic.
game? No.
Exactly.
I think players expect to get eaten up and gobbled up by the worms. So you have to kind of tweak
Yes.
that. I just thought the story was interesting because when they said, here's the problem, is that you're dying of thirst more than
I
you're
thought it-
dying
yeah.
of worms. And I'm like, good! That's the way it should be. And then I thought about it more and I was like, video game.
yeah, realism isn't something that anyone actually wants in any of these survival games, because your character would die of diarrhea, which is what people die of.
True.
In these situations. It's like, oh, I didn't have clean water. I guess I'm going to die now. It's like, yep, yes, you are. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but players, there's some cool sources of, water. You could extract it from animals, even cute ones. So close to 100 Muad'Dibs have had their blood extracted. And I'm not talking about the Muad'Dib legendary
kill
figure. I'm
everything
talking
out
about the
there.
Muad'Dib, the little mouse.
Yeah.
Because he's named after the Muad'Dibs.
Yeah. Well, you can just
They're in the
What's
close
it?
beta.
You just
what's
put
the other
the-
one? Quasimodo. What?
cataract. Yeah,
Cataract.
you said like Quasimodo's cataract or
Yeah,
whatever.
I kept forgetting what it was called.
I forgot what you said, but it was hilarious. Quasimodo something.
'Cause I forgot what it's
Because
called.
all of the language.
chosen
Where
one
did we?
in Dune.
Where did we say that?
Because I was
It's
asking
somewhere.
what was
Was
his
it in a
chosen
live
one for
stream?
Dune. Yeah.
Or we were just talking.
No, we were
with
talking
how-
about it in the live stream.
Okay, I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, because I forgot what it was called.
Joe has his own language for all of the things that he
Man, I
got
forget,
lost
yo,
in,
man.
in Dune, like the Shahilud, the Muad'Dib, and the Kwisatz Haderach.
That's what
Joe's
it
like,
was. Yeah, that last one. I didn't know what you said. I said Quasimodo cataracts.
Quasimodo cataracts. Quasimodo cataracts. I can't wait to become the Quasimodo cataracts.
You guys
Joe
both
was.
have your own unique language where OJ has no idea what's going on, and you just
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, just
dyslexia.
Building, just
where
building
I
my shit, Alex.
mispronounce
When we
all
play
names,
this game,
and I
just
put
building my
some letters
shit.
in front of other letters.
I will build your house, and then you can go out into the desert and die.
I'm gonna eat. Well, hold on.
Thanos.
Drink blood.
Drink well, yeah. Well, you have the Gatorade bottle that you stab into somebody that fills it up. That's
What
Stab
do you-
everybody with it. NPCs.
yeah.
That won't
Someone walking down the street. I mean, that's horrifying. Can you imagine? And like someone shows up into the knife fight, like a Dune duel, and then
Stabs
one
you.
guy's got a knife, and the other guy's got the Gatorade bottle. He's like, I'm not just gonna stab you. I'm gonna like.
So another story
the
here, I'll
Mummy.
just throw it in since we're still talking. Microsoft Bing is trying to spoof Google's UI when people search google.com and they're like, hey, use Bing instead. And it shows you Bing. If you're using, what is the Microsoft Edge, right? If you're using Microsoft Edge and you do Google,
Rarely use
then
that.
it shows you this. Put it up here, Joe. Does this not look exactly like
It
Google's
does.
interface? You know how Google replaces the name Google and then you got the search
yeah.
bar with different images. So that's what Bing did, so that it think
Stop trying to be
you're
a thing,
using
Bing.
Google.
We don't
This
like
is
you.
like
Get outta
China.
here.
It's like when Chinese companies make all the rip-offs, and they're like, actually, that's pretty effective, says Microsoft. What if we just copied
Yeah.
Google?
You paid millions of dollars for someone to design your UI. I'm just going to copy it. Well, kids nowadays do love to edge. I saw that's a popular thing that So they probably...
Because Microsoft Edge is the default browser, obviously, when on Windows 11, and it's set to use Bing search engine by default. Yeah. Just how, like, Chrome on Android defaults to Google. But if you own a Windows PC and you want to use Google, you tap the address bar in Microsoft Edge, search for Google in the address bar powered by Bing, then open the Google Blue link from Bing.
What?
And then you may not go back to Bing, but you might find that you're actually looking at a different page above Google, Google's link that is Bing, but it looks like Google. But then you have to click one more, then you can go to Google. I know that it's complicated, but they're trying their best to have you use. And this is just for corporate, so that they can be like 37% of more people use Bing. It's because you're fucking spoofing it. You're making it difficult. This year, people are making a hard right turn into Bing.
I have no love for Bing. I think that searches are really poor, but Google's searches are getting pretty poor too. With
Google's shit. I've seen that.
Yeah, the crazy stuff where there are like malicious things. You search for something normal, and then malicious links will show up, and you have to be really, really careful. So it's like we're getting to the point where you're gonna have to look at other browsers.
It was either a Reddit post or just a news story of how it's impossible to look up movie. It's like, oh, is there a John Wick 4 or is there a John Wick 5? You type in John Wick 5, and it's just inundated with those fake trailers and all this, and like there is
or bad AI because Google now has the AI search, and it's like that's just wrong. Like people constantly post like, "Hey, Google AI, can you tell me which fraction is bigger?" And it can't do it. And it's like, oh, okay, that's not good. And we're talking about basic elementary school math.
Speaking about AI, I have a news story in the next episode. So, the good transition to end this current episode, we have a whole nother video of 2025 news stories for you. But please consider supporting us. Here at the beginning of the year, it's always really important to have a little bit of a subscriber drive, and we appreciate your support. Check us out on Patreon. The links are below. It keeps us going. There's some stuff there for you to check out. And then also, there's a YouTube join button if that's easier for you. Whatever's easier for you, we want to make it. And thank you so much. And here's to another 2025, a great one in gaming and movies and streaming and board games and everything.
Entertainment.
Geek culture and everything. All right, guys. See you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye.